Okay, hi YouTube, Skinny Brit to be here, Christine. 1 week post-op RNY gastric bypass. Let's begin at the beginning. I started this journey last middle of March sort of time. I was sort of started on the journey. I started doing all my weigh-ins, etc. literally at the beginning of April. And at which time my highest weight was 336 pounds. During the course of the next few months until last Tuesday, the 18th of January, I'd managed to lose 68 pounds. Just cutting down, controlling the carbs, etc, etc. And last Tuesday I had RNY, and today I am down 3.5 pounds since surgery. Don't honestly think I'm holding on to any water or anything, but I do seem to have had just a few things happening to me which might account for really what seems to be quite a small weight loss for when I consider calories in and calories out. There seems to be a deficit somewhere. And it's not favouring me, etc. But anyway, that's what the scales say. So 3.5 pounds since surgery, giving me a grand total to date of 71.5 pounds lost. Yes, surgery. I did do a video on Friday. Surgery went well. Yeah, everything was fine except for the complications which I explained in my last video. I got home Friday afternoon, and I was absolutely exhausted. I didn't really realise how tired I was. And for any of you out there that think you might go back to work after a week, can I suggest you think very, very strong, long and hard about any decision like that, because it really does take it out of you. But I've had a couple of days, I'm afraid, from hell. Not to do with the surgery, because I'm eating fine, everything's happening as it should, nothing's caused a problem food-wise, etc. But on Saturday my arterial fibrillation started up again. So I had all that most of Saturday and some of Sunday, which again always leaves me absolutely exhausted. And then I started to become feverish, and somehow, I don't know how, I pulled a muscle in my side. And it was it still is, absolute agony to move. I had to wake my husband up in the middle of the night to help me sit up, because there was just no way I could do it on my own. I was near the edge of the bed as well, and I thought, if my hand slips, I'm going to be on the floor and there's going to be an even bigger problem. But I got so fed up with it that in the end I got up, and I used to, until very, very recently, I used to take anti-inflammatories for my arthritis. And I thought, right, I don't give up, I don't give a damn about any effects of it, etc. I had actually checked that it was all right for me to take anti-inflammatories post-surgery, etc. And I was very surprised to find that they were actually giving anti-inflammatories in the hospital as part of the pain relief programme, which I'd turned down because I really didn't feel I needed it for the surgery. Anyway, I got hold of one of my rather large pills. They are large pills too, and I put it in my my liquidizer blender with a drop of milk and a small amount of protein powder to give it a bit of vanilla flavour, to try and get rid of the flavour, because I knew that it wasn't going to be good. And of course, in the old days, what would you do if you had nasty medicine? You'd just gulp it down quick, but you can't do that, can you, now, post-surgery? Anyway, I sipped on this revolting mixture and until it was all gone, etc. Well, there was still some bits in the bottom, and I'm afraid I just chucked them down the sink. I couldn't face them as well. I thought, well, must have eaten 90% of the, or drunk 90% of the pill, so that was enough for me. But I'm pleased to report that was, I don't know, 6 o'clock this morning, and it's now 10:30 in the morning, and the pain has subsided. It must be 50% better, so at least I can move a little bit. But yes, I mean, that was not what I needed. I didn't need. Oh, and to add to that, I was feverish all day yesterday, and during the night as well, my fever broke. So yes, I'm still alive and kicking, but it's not been a good couple of days. But diet-wise, it's just fantastic. This is the first time I can remember in decades that I haven't felt hungry, that I've had no desire to eat. And it's such a strange feeling. I mean, I've got my bottle of water here, or low-cal, really low-cal, orange squash. And I can drink as much as I'm supposed to and more. There's certainly no problem with that. I've forgotten what I'm saying now. Oh dear. Lost my thread completely. Just going to have a blank 5 minutes. Please excuse me while I think about it. Sorry. I did find that with the fluids that I was tending to forget to drink them, and so I took the advice of some of you YouTubers who've actually used this. This is called a Gym Boss. It's probably round the wrong way. But it's an interval timer, and it buzzes at set periods. I've actually set it for 5 minutes because I found that if I set it for 2 minutes, by the time I'd set the bottle down, I'd got to pick it up again, and it just buzzes. You might hear it go in a couple of minutes. It just reminds me that I should pick the bottle up. I mean, towards the end of the day, both my husband and I are only too happy to have it switched off. But as I realise that by that time I've usually drunk sufficient fluid anyway, it's sort of not a problem. My husband made me some milk jelly, which has gone down extremely well. Gave me a chance to get another excuse to get some protein in, etc. Can't say as I'm hitting my targets with protein, etc. yet, but at the moment I'm just feeling my way, and that's how it's going to have to be, I'm afraid. What else? That's my buzzer. Did you hear it? I've got to drink. Excuse me. Yeah. Yes, so it does remind you. It's a gentle nudge. You can ignore it, but it just means you've got to catch up next time and have a couple more sips. But I found by having one of these push-pull tops, I can have it by the side of me. I don't risk knocking it over. I can take it with me in the car. Not that I've been anywhere. I have no intention of going anywhere. I'm going to make the most of this time of doing nothing, behaving like Lady Muck. I started on the mushies today, and I had my first breakfast cereal. I had every intention of having half a Weetabix. You know, they're only sort of this size, aren't they? Smaller than that. Much smaller than that, that's it. And I broke one in half and put it in the bowl, and I heated up the milk, and I thought, looks a little small. So I thought, oh, I'll put the whole one in, because it did suggest my little booklet that I could eat a whole one. I thought, let's see. So I made it up and sweetened the milk and had my skim milk with it, and could only eat half of it. So I should have stuck to my guns in the first place. But anyway, we live and learn. That's all. What I really do need to say is say an enormous thank you to those of you who left me messages a couple of 2 or 3 videos ago. I haven't managed to get back to any of you yet. Sitting at the computer is not the easiest at the moment. So please forgive me and accept my thanks. They were your comments were really well taken, and thank you ever so much for your support. And any new subscribers, welcome to this fantastic community. I don't honestly know what I would do without this community. So if it wasn't for you lot, where would all my information come from? So thank you once again. I really do appreciate it. Anyway, that's all from me for now. I'm beginning to waffle. Okay, take care everybody. Good luck on your journeys, and if anybody has surgery coming up. I know who's got surgery coming up. Susie's got surgery coming up. 4th of Feb? I think that's right. She's halfway through, or quarter or third of a way through her pre-op diet. Anyway, here you're doing well. But good for you. There are a couple of other people, and I'm ever so sorry. My brain just doesn't work at the moment. It's as simple as that. Put it down to old age. Anyway, take care everybody. Bye. Bye.